We now return to Let's Play Cities Skylines, and the final episode. I've decided I just can't do this anymore. I've lost interest and I should move on. I was going to celebrate the final episode by installing a first-person camera mod, and we were just going to go through the city and see what's what. However, the key for my recording software to turn on and off the recording that I cannot change is F9, and F9 puts the camera mod into some bizarre isometric mode, which is completely unviewable. So we will not be doing that, unfortunately. Instead, we're going to do a few other things. So let's go ahead and put in some of these saunas, just because there were a few areas I saw that did not have very good anything. As far as healthcare was concerned. So why don't I go ahead and just shove that in here. That'll be good for that location. And then we can go put one up here somewhere. Where exactly, I'm not sure. I kind of want it approximating the that industry, or not industry, the commercial zone. I guess I can go at the end of this. It's not going to cover these people though. But I don't want this just plunked into a residential area because that doesn't make any damn sense and looks kind of bad. This would actually work over here, however. So is it got to be, I guess it's got to be connected that way. Healthcare is really bad over here for these people though, so let's go ahead and add that here. Now what am I taking out? That's the police station, so let's not take out the police station. There's really no good place for this. How about where I was taking out all that stuff? Again, we're having the same problem with there. It's not going to touch those ones. Dang it. I just don't want it. Like, it doesn't make sense to have what would otherwise be a commercial building in amongst the residences. I just don't see that as making a lot of sense. I mean, what is this? Let's see if this is worth taking out. It's just a clothing store. Fine, it'll go there. Facing that way, sure. I did not get to those people, sadly. But, there it is. The sauna on, I don't know, Broadway? This would be more Broadway, seeing as how this is a 6-lane. Commercial demand is suddenly spiking. That is okay with me. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to pause, because what I want to do is preserve that demand. I actually wanted to also, as a last thing, put in a university. So let's finish off this and connect it over to the leisure side of town, and we'll just have it that way. So it'll be up, I guess, to here, and then it'll be there, and then down. I guess we'll just connect it like so. So then this is going to go, I guess, across. May as well make it go all the way across, right? I really actually should not have done that, because now I don't know where anything is. I don't know where my roads are going to go. So we'll just do something like this instead, so that I can at least branch off where I want this to go. Now the university campus, I imagine, would be rather large. So we're probably going to want it kind of central and maybe taking up 2 blocks. I mean, how much does this thing actually take up for space? It could really fit in 1 block, but I want it surrounded. I mean, you kind of want it close to, I mean, at least this road, because then they can get out to here to the bars. The commercial I want to put down and around here, though, I also kind of want to be that hub. So we'll put the university right about here. And so what we're looking at there is probably too much. I mean, they'd need parking lots. It's too bad it's just this and not like several buildings of university. This is really more of a community college, so maybe it shouldn't be that big. I'll put something right here, and we'll put a parking lot. Actually, a parking garage, university parking. Holy crap! This is the small one. University parking garage, I think, would be a little bit more appropriate. Something like that. We'll put a park, but it'll be like not a dog park. Playground, park with trees. That's too big. That's too small. What is that? A playground? That is a small park. Oh, wait a minute. We've got some other things I can dig out here. What is that? Statue of Wealth. Well, make the kids dream. Fountain of Life and Death. Now that would be poetic. Oh, I have unlocked an opera house. I have unlocked my own stadium. I guess this is the different one. This one I think came with a free DLC. An expo center. Oh, well, so we can actually change this entire neighborhood to be commercial everything. That makes it very good for a university district, I guess. So, let's see, let's go back to the Statue of Wealth Park. Then we can add like a footpath in there and maybe just squeeze in a friendly neighborhood park. No, let's go to, is it this park? Surely there's a little bit better park. What is this one? That's a large playground. Not terribly appropriate for a university campus. And that's just a dog park. Well, my options are incredibly limited for actual parks, I guess. To put a basketball court in there. Plaza with trees. Can go at the end of that, and then maybe the basketball court can go... No, basketball court will not actually fit in there. I was hoping... There we go. Okay, and then let's get out of here and go to, say, decoratives, and we can do like a footpath that's actually in the roads. Yeah. So we can just put a footpath in there, and then we'll get the trees. Although there are many trees already. Let's put in... I've got a few things here which would be good. I guess now I can go ahead and just leave it open since I've got the thing. We'll put one of these in here. We'll put in some park benches along the walk here. It's gonna need a garbage can everywhere because college kids don't know how to freaking dispose of their trash unless it's right there for them. And they need electricity, of course. Well, we'll just pull that way over to here because fuck it. Of course, being a university, it would have its own power plant. Well, we'll move this. You know, there would be one on campus, not like this, but as a matter of fact, actually, not just a university, college campus would have a small one. The community college in my hometown actually has a couple powering the campus. So we'll just put one here, and the noise pollution will make it terrible, but it's going to be terrible no matter what anyway, because it's going to be a party town over here. So, okay, let's just at least snap to something recognizable, and then we can just veer off from there. So we'll go like so, and like so. And like so. Are you serious? Can't believe this thing needs a statue. Nah, there could be better parks, I'll be honest. It's not much of a campus. Right, but I wanted to capitalize on this. No, this is actually what I needed. we'll be bringing this whole thing over to here, and we're gonna have to, I guess we're gonna have to just continue roadways. And I guess we'll be going in this direction. So we'll put in, I want to put in some high densities actually this time around. We'll put in some high densities right there, and then let's just put in some low density. Gonna have to get rid of that. So let's see if that does anything. Now I might want these one-ways. I didn't think about that. I was actually going to plan on maybe having the one-ways continue over there, but maybe we'll just have this one in the back continue over instead as a secondary way of getting through. And big commercial. Okay, we can probably still afford to. In fact, why don't we make it a part of this? You know, offices and all that, I wanted to save that for down here. But we can continue on with our little shopping center. We can always knock out buildings that I do not want for my district. Maybe see some of those pop up. Now, these are very, very ungodly. These are terrible looking things for where I've got them. And we are seeing as well some industrial demand, so I'm okay with including that. Let's see. So if I want to go, I guess it goes to there. Well, that goes out 8. If I want it to match up, it's going to have to go back 7. And that is not actually the direction those roads go in. So let's try again. And instead, we'll do, now, good grief, something like that. And I better make sure it's got water. Yes. Does it have electricity? No. But if we put in something here, maybe it'll spread. I kind of don't think it will. What we're going to need is to continue this road up and then put them along that side. So let's do that. Grab this. And I better do it from this way. And then we'll just toss those in there. There's really no reason for me not to put stuff here. That's all part of that district. Yes, it is. So, how'd that didn't blow up at all. Well, either that or the little bits here just created too much demand, or ate up too much of the demand. That's really on a hill, isn't it? I didn't even notice that. So there's something else. Needs to be, okay, we can't make the crematorium. Probably are going to need another, wonder how this would do. This is actually, looks like it would gain a lot. Just an actual fire station right here. Fine, we'll put it right there. We're going to build up this area, I think. In fact, what I could do is start putting apartments along the front. Under construction, what about you? Mostly adults. Okay, so there's really nobody coming here. Now, of the few people... Okay, yeah. We have way too many people now who are eligible for the university. But that's okay. If they all want to get over there, they can get over there. Okay, so everything's fine. I mean, I might want to just add some loopage here to get on and off the highway. What I think I'll probably do instead is maybe here put in one of those T-junctions. But probably not for this Let's Play. My neighborhood now hosts a restaurant and a hotel. Gone forever. Tourism specialization, yes. Yes, indeed. In fact, your neighborhood is about to change. I just have that go the whole section here. In fact, I don't know though. I mean, these guys are jumping up. I would hate for them to suddenly kill off all of that. But it is absolutely going to be a different district over here. Especially if I'm going to put in a bunch of the fancy... Where the hell is it? This one. If I'm going to put in a bunch of the fancy stuff, too. I mean, that's just... this neighborhood park could probably be placed somewhere along here. Yeah, right by the highway. Sure. This actually, the neighborhood park actually... Well, it has a small bit of noise pollution, it looks like. Well, I mean, maybe kind of like that one, I should place it over here to sort of balance things out. I don't know. At this point, I honestly don't really care. People want prisons. Well, fine. We'll put in a prison. I don't know where I'm going to put it. This is something that should be kind of out of town. Why are you having electricity problems? I guess just because. Well, fine. So now, we don't even need that thing. Are there other wind locations? Oh yeah, all along the lake. Which doesn't make any darn sense. Just because it's near water. These things are making a sludge stream. That is something I still cannot do. What is with that? What the hell is going on there? Just a graphical glitch. Right, prison. I was going to put down a prison. Let me pause for a moment. Well, there's no reason to pause. Nobody wants to be next to this damn thing. And having it kind of... I mean, I guess I could kind of have it out here. And we could just extend this road pretty much to the end. I won't actually go there. Dang it. And having the prison right by the highway, so when we have a prison escape, they can just run off into the woods, or yeah, whatever. It's out of town. You know, maybe I could actually put it across over here somewhere. But that means I have to have a way of them to come off and okay, so that college really killed off, for whatever reason, seems to have killed my low-income workers, even though half my population... We'll just put it here. Half my population... Yeah, see, I just don't know if... Oh, for God's sake. Fuck it. I don't know if this is even... Like, do these guys count as police and that's what's going on there, or... Do they empty out of police stations to get to there? I don't know. Okay. What was I about to do? I don't know. Education for elementary. I mean, 43% of my people aren't even elementary level educated, and we have labor problems for the uneducated. Go figure. Well, let's continue on finding spaces for them, I guess. So we can come down to here and here. And it looks like this might be the last one. So while I'm doing all this, why don't we just go ahead, put in some more of that, and then we'll just come in here and can I really just not draw over this? Is that the thing? That's pretty lame, actually. Okay, what's the traffic jam there about? I don't know. Now oh, they're all going to the commercial stuff over here. Well, so on these, then, perhaps we should upgrade those to the turn lane? Now see, that's just going to upgrade too much of it for my taste. I would like to shorten it and then get to the rest. Whatever. We'll just do that whole section right there as turn lanes. Okay. So what are you? Sauna, right? That must be what continues to make the hissing noise. I didn't realize that you were facing the parking lot. I guess that's okay too. You can utilize that parking lot. The parking lots don't really make sense. I know they were probably made with the parking lot assets, which come in 3 slots, but generally, I don't know. I've never seen handicap spots spread out like that. Usually handicap spots are kind of close to one end or the other for convenience. Whatever. Okay, well, going back in the positive, 15,000 people. We are that close to 16,000. I don't think we're going to make it. Let's run it a little bit faster. Okay. Okay, it's bouncing back. Crime in the University District. To be expected. And Big City, 16,000. Big City at 16,000? What are the other ones then? Grand City, 20,000. Capital City, 32. Colossal. Metropolis. Megalopolis. Not even 100,000 people. Well, yeah. I mean, when you look at it like that, and the scale that the game has prepared, it just wasn't going to happen with that mod. But now I can do water treatment, crematoriums. Nice. So, I don't know. I think on that note, we're just going to end the series here. You know, honestly, this city in particular, I think I like less than Gaz Francisco. It is a little bit more interesting, just the way it kind of laid itself out. In sections, it became a little bit more interesting trying to set up districts and get things going. But my original plan was just to have a grid, you know, kind of like I was doing. But just to add variety, I decided to try out a few things. You know, the roundabout, highway ramp, offset, because this map in particular was perfect for a grid. Like, you've got the highway there, and you could just have 2 big sections right there. You got a major resource area there. I mean, if you really wanted to, this could entirely have been industry as well, with big ore in the middle, plus forestry, plus you got your farm here. I mean, just the first section had farm and forestry for industry types, for industry specialization. So you were already set. I mean, this is a pretty good map, in my opinion. Um, it just took a little too much effort, and it didn't work out. I wasn't able to fully get what I had kind of hoped this would turn into. Um, Part of that was just because I was winging it. You know, I kind of had a half vision for what this was going to be, but it just didn't really. Well, because for example, I was actually going to have kind of like how I have commercial going down my main roads. I was going to do the same on either side and have it go kind of along the highway and then split off into the cross pieces where the one ways were going to divide, and it just didn't turn out that way. It really went more this direction in the city, and especially when I decided to put this 6-lane in here. I think if I had just done a big cross piece, well, like in Gas Francisco, if you remember that, that was going to have a big cross. It was going to have coming off the highway, and then it was going to be divided. And I think that would have been a better city. Like I said, I feel that one was a little bit more aligned with a better design and what I had envisioned for it. Why did I pause? We're just still going through all this. But yeah, the game, I don't know. Like I said, I've been kind of disappointed with it. In my opinion, it did not live up to the hype. I certainly thought this was going to be like the greatest city building game of the past couple years, but I mean, if this truly is better than the new SimCity, and I don't know because I haven't played it, then that is extremely disappointing. I probably will actually play that SimCity game at some point, just because A, I want to, and B, I think I kind of need to for comparison's sake, just to see what it's like. I mean, first of all, the fact that it has an expansion that the future cities or cities of tomorrow, whatever the hell it's called, that adds something that I could through mods add to my own town. But that it's sort of built in to be different. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of mega towers. I don't know. This might maybe it just looks too generic to me. And had I turned on the European cities, which apparently is very graphically intensive, and I'm pretty sure my new computer can handle it, but maybe if I'd turned that on, it would have looked a little bit differently. I could have just experimented a little bit more with being all higgledy-piggledy. The grid system, I think, is good for traffic flow, but I don't know. This game really just felt like it was a letdown in specifics. I mean, it made a big deal about being able to actually track every individual and where they live, because that was a boast that the new SimCity had made and then apparently fell through on, and so this game was like, well, we can do that. But then you look at things like, like our labor shortage, and the fact that we have 50% of our people. What is that, a stop? Or what's going on there? Why are you doing this? 50% of our people don't even have an elementary school education. Like they never learned coloring and counting. And they're too dumb to operate. I mean, what is, that doesn't make any damn sense to me. It doesn't work. And I guess, it's neat that there is the whole education levels requirement. I seem to think that does come from Cities XL. I think that's the first time I saw that sort of thing in a city builder. But obviously it's broken in this game. It just doesn't work. You have the option of educating your people or suffering from labor problems. I just, this game just has balancing issues that need to be rectified, and not through mods. I don't think it would be too hard to actually go through the code and just change your percentages or whatever. But that's my opinion anyway. So, I will end this one here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with my attempts at whatever the hell this was. And I will see you in the next Let's Play.